Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Sarah Crilley. So excited to be joined in studio here. We have a full house. We're going to go to a wide shot with Chris. I mean, there is so much energy in this room with these experts in business. So I am a busy mom, and my kids keep me very active and very busy, I would like to say. But when it comes to my physical fitness and keeping active, you know, I'm a little stumped. There's so many ways to get physically active in the city of Keller, my hometown. But I brought with me some friends that are active in the community and have businesses that they want to share. So we have from RockBox Fitness, it's Marshall. Hello, Marshall.
Hi,
welcome in. Hi, with RockBox Fitness in Keller. And next to Marshall, we have Jessica Spahn with the Keller Pointe.
Yay!
Hey, and she is so pink and loud and proud, and I love it. And then next to Jessica Spahn, hello, Marcus. Welcome in.
Hello. Hey.
USA Ninja Challenge. Okay, so I've got the best of the best here, and they like to keep active, and they all have amazing stories. So we're going to start with Marshall here. What is RockBox Fitness? Very excited. We're going to show some videos and clips here. How are you getting the Keller community active at RockBox?
Yeah, so really just to answer your first, what is RockBox Fitness? We're a boxing-based group fitness studio. What we do is we use boxing as our form of cardio. We get a lot of people that come in and they say, I don't really like cardio, but I need a dose of cardio in my life. And it's a much different and fun form of cardio. And then we add in some functional strength training as well. So classes are 50 minutes long. You get boxing, you get about half of that time is boxing. And then there's some functional strength training to build that lean muscle.
Awesome. And then, of course, the Keller Pointe. How do we get to the point, and what is the point?
What is the point? I mean, what did we say? I think it's the premier sports, fitness, aquatics, and events facility located in the heart of Keller, Texas. It's really important that we incorporate fun, hence the color. Also, this is a camp counselor shirt, and we need some. So if you want to come work for us this summer, it's such a fun place to work. So we got water, we've got indoor water park, outdoor water park, we got camps, we have everything.
You're nestled right within some parks.
Yeah,
that
there's
you
a
can
dog
get out
park
and active.
outside. There's a park run that happens every Saturday at 8 in the morning right there.
And let's talk about USA Ninja Challenge. Marcus?
We are a ninja obstacle course and sort of fitness through American Ninja Warrior style activities, running, jumping, climbing.
How cool.
crawling,
Right
you
here in
name it.
Keller.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just down on Kroger Drive.
Okay, so what ages do you guys, who are the ninjas here at Ninja Challenge?
We start at 4 and go up to 17.
No kidding.
So pretty much anyone who's a kid, once you get to 4 years old, you can do it. And really what we want to do is, despite Texas being, sports matters, there are a lot of people in Texas kids who don't really exercise, right? And maybe team sports aren't for them. They don't like the idea of a coach shouting at them or sitting on a bench. So we want to try to encourage these kids to get off the couch, get off their devices and come into our ninja gym and just really have fun and get fit at the same time.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I really have the brain trust here. We're serving kids. We're serving the community. We're doing boxing. But what makes all of these businesses tick? I really want to know, you're in the health and fitness field. You guys are really like the heartbeat of the fitness community, health and longevity. So I want to hear from each one of you. Why do you do what you do? What is it about working with individuals? And you're not sitting behind a desk every day. It's really interesting to me. I'm sure that there's kind of that back office stuff, right? Everybody has that. But why do you do what you do? And also just kind of painting the picture of how do you help motivate those to get active? I know that that's what you're seeing every day, right? But again, you're not sitting at your desk like I am or hosting and sitting at a chair like I am or racing around with the kids. So let's start with you, Marshall.
Well, for me, why I do what I do, I am like romantic about group fitness just because it's part of my journey. If you rewind back to 2016, Christmas 2016, I was 260 pounds. And it almost happened like overnight. Yeah, I feel like a lot of times you just look up, you get so caught up in the day to day. Like you get up, you go to work, you run the kids around to their sporting events, and you eat and go to bed. And so for me, back in December 2016, I got up 260 pounds, and that's when I started doing some group fitness workouts with my cousin, and and I loved it, and I fell in love with the community, and it's just such a, that's why I love group fitness, is just you kind of, you get into this positive, encouraging environment where it's just so enthusiastic to see you and stuff. And so for me, that year, 2017, I lost 60 pounds. I kept it off for 6 years. But that physical transformation for me, what I'm so romantic about is that physical transformation was so much more than just looking better and feeling better, right? I didn't want to move up to size 40 slacks. I went to Kohl's. I found some slacks that were 38s. I thought they fit me. I was unwilling to do that. I put them back, So I wanted to look better. I wanted to feel better. But that physical transformation of going from 260 down to 200, it was is so much more than that. And for me, it's just like, I want to give this experience that I had and give it to other people.
I love it. Wow. Yeah. That's so inspiring, Marshall. And especially for me, just like you had somebody invite you, and that's a great takeaway, is that if you're active within the community, or you're going to a class, or you're going out jogging, invite someone, bring them along. You never know, kind of what they're going through and what kind of a funk they're feeling. And that's so much more rewarding for each one of us, so we're not going at it alone. Or meeting a friend at a community group. Share with us, Jessica. I know that you guys have so many community groups and so many ways that you can get us all involved. What do we need to go to with the Keller Pointe?
Well, it's hard to follow that romantic story of Marshall's, but I would like to add one thing. So, I mean, weight is an issue, and for me, I've gained a bit this year, and I'm actually refusing to go further sooner. And I'm using, Fit City is something that the mayor's started.
We've got this challenge happening. So we've got this community challenge. And I want to just thank the city of Keller and Keller as a community for really getting us all involved with a fun community fitness challenge. And I just downloaded the app. Yay! And I'll tell you, as I'm seeing people chiming in on the app and what they're doing, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, well, my one little stroller walk around the park just isn't enough right now. Everybody's laughing. I'm like, maybe I need to do, what is this? And I'm going through these HIIT workouts, and I was like, ooh, it's a lot of work. Now what do I do? And I'm looking for ways to get involved in Keller and ways to get out of my little comfort zone. I've gotten in my little comfort zone. I thought I was active, but I'm really getting like long-winded from my little walk around the park. So, and from your perspectives of what you've got to bring to the table within your businesses, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to break up the monotony? How do I get my son involved? Because Caleb's 13, and I think a ninja challenge sounds exciting. Also, how do we motivate ourselves and our kids? I love this Fit City Challenge because it really has kicked my little butt, and it's like, oh, there's other ways that Sarah can get involved to help our community be fit and to explore the Keller community myself. I'm encouraged. But now I've got you guys to help encourage me even further. So now what do I do?
I love Marshall's story too, because that's kind of, for me, I'm taking this as my kind of New Year's resolution. I'm like a reboot, right? It's Q2.
Yes.
So you can have a new you in Q2, right? I'm always trying to think of ways to remotivate, to get inspired. I mean, because I want my clothes to fit. The Keller community is so amazing. There's so many friendships that have been formed through fitness out there. Me at the Keller Pointe, I get to see a lot of that through toddler time on Fridays. A bunch of the moms from the whole area come with their little toddlers. So we're big on community and fitness. But as far as Fit City Challenge goes, I'm really grateful to the mayors for starting that. Colleyville joined us this year. And I know that both these guys here are really active and helping us make sure we can hopefully beat Southlake.
That's exciting. How are they helping?
I always get my yoga in every day. That's really important. I think, once you get into your 40s or beyond, I think it's really important to...
When did you start yoga? Let's start with that.
I started that in the pandemic, actually.
Interesting.
I think I've kind of, like many people around that time, had a lot of anxiety, right?
Yes.
Felt really, stuck at home, just watching the news, getting stressed out, and, I kind of felt just tense everywhere. So I thought, just pick something on YouTube and then kind of go with it, and I kind of just got into the habit, and I really like it, and it made me feel good, made me feel calm, sort of mentally as well, and just took it from there. And then of course it helps with all other types of sports as well.
I love it. So I'm not very flexible. So the one time that I tried the yoga, I was like, ooh, that hurts. Never mind. How long did it take you before you started to see some results, or is this more of the mental clarity that you're looking for, or both?
I felt it made a big difference probably just after a month.
Right? A month. Okay.
And I would kind of do it, you know, three, 4, 5 times a week.
That's encouraging to me because I guess after the first time that I tried yoga and I didn't like it, maybe I needed to stick with it a little longer. Okay.
Yeah, I think like things you don't want to get too adventurous right off the bat, right? So-
Right. There's all those different yoga
Inverted
poses.
table
Yeah.
or whatever. Like,
You don't want to hurt yourself.
But also very good for strength training too. It is part of that. You do a lot of, you know, all your lunges and holds are great. I think it's really important that we just stay as active as possible, particularly if you're sitting down a lot. You really want to take that opportunity to stand up, you know, hang from something, climb something, you know, just get the body moving.
Yeah. So more came out of the pandemic. You started USA Ninja Challenge.
Yeah. So like you said, I kind of had an office job before. It's kind of unsatisfying. A lot of clients in different parts of the country. I did some soccer coaching, and I used to really value how it wasn't necessarily the great, super talented kids that, you know, we're going to be good anyway, but trying to get someone who was kind of nervous to play, to even sometimes just take the field. And
Right.
I got a lot from that. And when I got laid off back in, 2019, was really looking for something that I could just really, you know, get involved in the community and help kids kind of feel more confident. And a lot of what we do is, it's not necessarily the physical gains that you'll make. It's more about the confidence and self-esteem. So a kid who comes in hasn't really done anything before, and the way we work at each obstacle has a kind of a leveling system. So the first time you can hang from these 2 pegs for 30 seconds, what we call a dead hang, like you get level 1, and sometimes you see the boost. These kids, they just look taller, more confident when they come out of the gym, and also you're seeing it with the parents, and the parents see the kid having fun and achieving something, and it's kind of contagious.
Yes, and if there's anything that we can do to get our kids off these devices and really building some of those lifelong skills of confidence, how does Ninja Challenge help with the confidence factor?
That's really it. It's trying to say, well, look, you know, you're not going to achieve absolutely everything that you want right away. Right? It's just not, you know, not possible.
And the same thing in life, right?
Yeah.
Like they got to work at it.
And so that's
Like yoga for Sarah. I shouldn't be doing yoga one time and giving up.
and that's it. And a lot of that is learning that, you know, you will fail, right? But if you keep with it, you're persistent, and, you know, keep doing things technically right, it will come. And you really see the kids have made the biggest strides are the ones who have kind of stuck with it when things weren't going particularly well. But, you know, with some good coaching, which is really important, good feedback, partnership with parents, you can really see those kids, once they get it, there's no end to it. They can really achieve a lot and become just great, confident,
So
mentally
important.
tough kids.
And I'll say that, like, you know, you guys all look very fit and swole, but we don't have to be the most fit and swole people to come hang out with these guys. I mean, it's all about just getting out and getting active and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do to have fun? I mean, I love that we've got boxing and you're getting a workout in the middle of the boxing.
You're going to have a great time. You're going to have a lot of fun. And really quick, though, I wanted to back up a little bit just to something you mentioned a minute ago when you talked about your yoga and how quickly, and I feel like in the fitness space, one of the challenges that we have to deal with, I think it's human tendency we overestimate what we can do in a short term, and then we come up way short of what we could have achieved in the long term because we don't stay with it consistently. So I feel like in the fitness space, it's really important to remember that, it takes consistency for a little while. And a good thing, one of the things, if you can set up small kind of activity-based goals that you can celebrate, because we overestimate what we can achieve in the short term, and maybe we step on the scale and we don't see a number we like, and then I know for me, it just makes me want to go eat a bag of Cheetos, and that's not good, right?
Blue belt, at least.
Well, I prefer American Dream with Ben and Jerry's. We shouldn't be talking about
Ice cream. You can have some balance, right?
The balance is right, and I'm so glad that you brought that up, Jessica, because I think that I saw one of those graphics or memes online. It was like, I work out so I can eat whatever I want.
Right.
And you don't feel guilty about it. But sometimes it does start to creep up on you not having the right habits of, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to work out for me and not give up on future me, because current me is like, I don't want to finish the yoga. This hurts. But then future me is like thinking about what Marcus just said and like, picturing myself like this perfect, like now I'm flexible because I really want to be more flexible. I love the yoga. I want to find some amazing classes on yoga just to help encourage me. 'Cause some of these different programs to get started with, it's almost like you have to have some skills going in. And I think a great point is to start out at the Keller Points because you have so many different classes that you can get involved with. And I'll tell you, Jessica, like Keller Point was where I made my beeline to when we moved here from Plano because I was like, I don't know anybody.
Community.
I want to get my family involved. And we made so many friends outside at the pool. And all of a sudden I was like, I love this Keller community. This is like the warm hug I haven't had in so long. And I love that really the Keller Point is the pinnacle, the center of the community.
So one of the favorites is the water fitness because that's unusual for the area. Not a lot of places have pools, and we have an indoor water park, and part of the pool area daily on the weekdays has a water fitness group of like 30 or 40 people. It's a lot. They're a very excited group, and they want it to be 80-ish degrees or warmer.
Is that synchronized swimming?
If it's 1 degree cooler, I'm hearing about it.
So what is it about aquatics? I don't like the smell. I'm terrible. I'm like, I don't like yoga. I don't know,
It's
but
clean.
I know that in a way, like swimming, you're burning calories and getting active and fit. Like you don't even know it.
Oh, well,
Like,
and I know it's better on your joints, right? So you're not
Is it?
having the impact necessarily, which I know you need as well as you age to make sure you stay strong. But
so you can prevent injury by swimming.
that's a way, I guess you could say it. Maybe technically, can you? I mean,
It's a nice introductory way to get into the fitness
movement to get movement
routine.
started. Yeah, get the heart rate going.
All right, you're
up
selling me
if you
on it. I mean,
haven't.
I
Yeah.
don't like the smell. I don't like my blonde hair turning green, but
Oh,
I guess I
well,
can
you
put
don't
on
have
a.
to get in all the way. I mean,
To-
you can
to
just stay like this
swim and
far.
work out?
Well, you have to, not swimming, but if you
I
want to
can
do
put
the
on a
water
shower cap
fitness,
or
We need to
something.
get you one of
Yeah,
those like
absolutely. The old school 60s
swimmers
ones.
wear.
Yeah,
the
totally.
Oh,
really-
not the. Oh yeah.
like the Michael Phelps, you know. We need to get
Full
you in one of
body
those.
speed suit.
There we go. I think you'd look phenomenal in it.
Yeah.
I think you guys are kicking my butt. I'm gonna have to try it.
But you know, so since our indoor pool opened again, right? It was closed for a year, and that was brutal. But now that it's open again, everybody's happy, and the world's back together, and everybody's at peace.
Well, and you guys have ballet.
We
you
do.
have
That's actually that we just introduced the
basketball.
ballet. That's a new class.
Is
And we
that
have
for the
it-
kids or the adults or both?
kids? And we actually have it coming up for the summer camps as well. What am I missing?
Marcus, I'll
Do you
see you
have
at the ballet
Marcus?
class.
I love to ballet. Yes.
You love to ballet?
Classically trained.
Are you really?
No.
I can totally see that.
But I think what you make a very good point though. What we talk about here often is kind of playtime, right? To use a simple term. Whereas the reason the kids are so great and so agile is because by just playing, you're getting a lot of unnatural movement, right? So I always recommend things like just play with your dog outside, right? You're moving here, there, and everywhere. You know, it really kind of helps to keep the body moving, and it's not such a structured thing like, oh, go into this lunge or something like that, or lift this weight. It's just moving your body around, running around to get your heart rate up, having fun with the dog, or playing with your kids. It's a great way to just keep yourself moving by having fun without having to think, oh, I'm doing a workout.
I love it. Okay, rapid fire time. Are you guys ready?
Okay. No,
Okay.
I'm a little
So
nervous.
it'll be Marshall, Swan, Marcus.
Okay.
I have to get Marshall.
What do we do?
Marcus. Okay. So it'll be like maybe 1 or 2 words, and then we'll move on. All right. I know. Brace yourself.
I'm nervous.
All right. What do you do when you're bored of your workouts? Marshall.
Walk the dog.
Spawn. Marcus. We'll try it again. Okay. We're
Round
gonna
2.
try this
It's
again.
got to be better.
Okay.
What do you do when you can't get out of bed?
Sleep.
Never can't get out of bed. I literally launch out of bed every morning and start my day with "Lovely Day" song, and I make my bed. That's
What's
kind
the
of a
Lovely
thing.
Day song?
Bill Withers.
A lovely
Good.
day.
Yeah, every day, man. It's a mindset. I had a
Lovely
life coach
day.
once, and
Lovely
that's how you start your day is super important to me. So,
Marshall's
I mean,
like,
you
"Come
set
back to
yourself
me."
up for success.
I
need to
love
know.
that
I need-
music.
It's a habit.
don't know
It's a
this
habit,
song.
man.
I don't.
I'll
Music.
give it to you guys. We'll play it on the show. No, we probably can't, right? Rights and whatnot.
All right, Marcus.
Really, I'm a bit of a dork in many ways, and I actually do in the morning. The first thing I actually do some Duolingo to get the brain moving. So
What's
I do
that?
a little bit of language learning.
Really?
So, what
Five-
language
5
are you
minutes.
fluent in now?
Besides
English and British.
Scottish. I do a bit of Spanish and a bit of Portuguese sometimes, and bit of German, things like that. Weirdly, it does wake me up. I'm not sure why. I'm just now stuck in the habit. I'm on about a.
So
All
you
right,
so
now-
you lay in bed while you do this?
I'll get up.
Okay,
and
so
do
you're
it.
physically up as
Yeah.
well as mentally up.
But I know
Okay.
I have to do it. And then the other thing that I'll do sometimes is I'll go and hang from the pull-up bar, which I find just really good for spinal decompression.
Ooh.
Even like 30 seconds, just hanging there, and you can feel your spine just loosening up, and it just feels great.
All right, let's start with you. So then Marshall will
Thank
be
you.
last.
Thank you.
Favorite thing to eat in the morning that's healthy? Go.
Crap, that last part.
Banana, yeah, or some what do you call oatmeal?
What do you call that? That's
Yeah, porridge.
I just
In England, it's
made a
porridge.
batch of hard-boiled eggs, but I was eating a bagel with cream cheese every day for the last like 6 months. So this is me changing my life.
That's kind of me too.
This is a tough one. I fast quite a bit, and I usually don't eat breakfast. And I know there's maybe some polarizing views, but I like to. The first thing I normally eat every day is pistachios or macadamias.
Oh, some nuts. I love it.
Macadamia, so fancy. Wow.
Yes.
Raw cashews.
Kind of bougie.
All right, guys, I know that you brought us some exciting things.
I feel like when we were talking about fun earlier, Marshall and his brand, I mean, y'all are pretty fun. And I noticed you guys had some pretty cool swag. Is that where you're going to go, Sarah?
Yes.
Should
nice
we, like,
segue.
Should we like get the cool swag out of his...
I brought everybody a little gift.
I'll take one.
Oh,
pass it
man.
down.
What is
you.
this?
And
So this is...
It's like Oprah giving
This is
cars.
like, so in the middle of the day, is this, can
It's-
we still have a recess? Is this like, can we bring recess back for adults with this in the middle of the day?
Yes, so we got our little keychains here, and this is just slightly less valuable than Oprah's cars, right? It's very similar, but
It's better. I've never had a keychain boxing ever.
Here, see if
love it.
Marshall's...
Okay, ready? Are you-
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. It's like a thumb.
it.
Oh, you won. Thumb war, isn't it?
Kind of like that.
I think my daughter's about 10 of these.
Should we take... Wear that. Huh?
it was fun at
Too
the
many
kids
thoughts.
expo. His daughter kept coming back and seeing me, and she's super cute. Yeah, you got two great looking kids, but yeah, his youngest one, she kept coming back, and she would spin the wheel, and she'd get a keychain, and she'd spin the wheel and get a pin. But yeah.
I heard
She has
he-
about 5 pairs of
I was gonna
Keller
say,
Pointe sunglasses.
I
as well.
heard that she, like the Keller Point as well. I'm like, no more wheel for you. That's
All right,
cute.
Spawn, let's plug Fit City
Fit City,
Challenge.
okay, I mean,
What
it's
is
a big
it?
deal.
How do we get
Okay,
involved?
guys, so Fit City, again, the mayors of Southlake and Keller started this last year to help get the cities more active. And like Marcus was saying, it's not necessarily about being like super fit, right? Like you can just be the everyday person. It's called Go Joe, and it's so like you can be an athlete or you can be an average Joe. But so really, I know the heart of the Fit City Challenge is to get people connected and active, mentally and physically, and just kind of like, make that habit, that lifestyle change. It's 45 days. That's definitely long enough to get something going that you can continue on with. And it's an annual event, so it's really great.
As a community, and I'll say for myself, if I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing this for my community.
Yeah, we
I
want the
don't wanna
trophy.
Let my community
We want the
down.
trophy. We want the trophy.
I will say that Saturday morning, I had plenty of. You mentioned earlier, there is some back office stuff that you got to do, and I had this pile of undone work, and I needed to do that. But it was April 1st and the Fit City Challenge, and I got my workout in. And as you said, at the end of the day yesterday, I got in a second walk to just get a few more points.
That's
But
right.
Southlake is, they've kind of jumped out to a big lead.
But we'll catch up.
I love the challenge though. We did a challenge at our studio back in the fall last year, and it was just so much fun. And it was just a way to kind of build that community, kind of get everybody excited, and yeah, it's just fun. And so we've been promoting it with our community,
Yeah.
and everybody's talking, and everybody's making sure they're logging their workouts. And I've got a few members that they got 2 runs in on Saturday morning. And
I love
so
that. Well, true story though. Last year, so since it was the first year and it sort of landed in my lap, I created a Facebook page for Keller. And this girl, Dawn, was always commenting on it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I reached out to her. I was like, you seem really cool. You're really active. Let's get coffee. So we became friends. And now she goes to RockBox, and she's like Marshall's ideal. What do you call it?
Yes, she is my avatar. Dawn is she is our ideal client, and
And it was because I
Dawn
think
came
I
from
invited
Jessica.
her. I
So
invited
here's
her.
the story. Jessica said, "Hey, I want to come and check
Yeah,
out
I'm
the
gonna try it,
place."
yeah.
And so I got you booked
I'll bring a
Tuesday,
friend.
6:00. She said, "Can I bring a friend?" Absolutely. Who's your friend?
Dawn.
Dawn. Got Dawn booked in. Tuesday rolled
canceled.
around.
I canceled.
Jessica canceled. But Dawn showed up, and Dawn has been with us
Ever since.
and she's such a great we've got like our own members Facebook group
Yeah.
and chat going on,
Oh,
and
I
she's
wanna
kind
be
of
in
leading
that.
the charge,
I wanna be in that.
making sure everybody's enrolled in the Fit City Challenge, telling them about it because
Yeah.
she's been there and she did it last year, and she's been really good about getting our community involved.
Well, and I love that too, because so with this, you never know, getting active is a great part, but relationships, like you never know what kind of relationship will come out of just interacting about the challenge.
That's the thing too. The relationships. That's the key piece of, in my experience, in my journey back in 2016, and I see it today. A big part of that journey is the relationships, because you get kind of plugged into this community, and you're working out. And at the end of the workout, you go, "Man, Marcus, good job. Man. You're going to be here tomorrow." And Marcus says, "I'll be here." And then guess what? Tomorrow morning rolls around. My alarm goes off at 4:30, and I go, "Oh man, I don't want to get up today."
And that is early.
But I told Marcus I would be there. So I get out of bed, and once you kind of get out of bed and start putting on your shoes, and you get out there, and you just kind of get into overdrive, and you're happy you did. So that relationships,
Yeah.
it's a huge part of it is finding that person that you connect with, and they become your accountability partner. But more than anything else, they're your fit fam, right?
Yeah, fit fam. I
love
like that.
Okay, so each one of us, we're going to look into the camera, and we're going to talk about our businesses in a very motivating way. And
Okay.
you're going to look into that camera as if it's your best friend that doesn't want to go, is unmotivated, but you're going to invite them. Let's start with Marshall on this one.
Oh goodness, Marshall, we're back to me. What about Marshall?
Yeah.
All right, so here's one of the things. RockBox Fitness, obviously we have a phenomenal workout. It's a great workout, but there's no shortage of great workouts here in and around Keller. Keller is an extremely fit city. There's plenty of options. So one of the things that we really pride ourselves on is helping those people that have maybe tried and failed things in the past. And I know that was a part of my journey. And so what we really do is we bring people in, we partner with them, we give them nutritional guidance, and we provide that accountability until they find those relationships and kind of get, find that community. So at RockBox Fitness, we are not just a great workout, we are a great workout, but we're fitness, we're nutrition, we're accountability. And I would like to say too, like to your point, it's, we're not like all these, super elite athletes. We are moms and dads and grandparents. Frankly, if I look at my member community, I have more people in the 50s and 60s than I do in the 20s, right? So it's like we're just moms and dads and grandparents that like boxing as our form of cardio.
I love it. I love it. Jessica Spawn.
Yeah, and I'm just going to follow with what he said. But also, it's kind of fun being in between both these guys, because so he's talking about the 50s and 60s. So we have a huge age range at the Keller Pointe, up to the 70s and 80s. There's a coffee crew who comes in the morning. They enjoy each other, community, activity. They hang out and have coffee. They go to lunch afterwards. They live their life with the Keller Pointe. And then we have kids in school. Kind of encompasses all ages and a lot of different aspects.
So summer is coming up. It's in Texas, so it's going to be hot. And a lot of people are looking for things for their kids to do. At our Ninja Gym, kids can come in, they have a great time. They're going to get a full workout, working every muscle in their body. But not only that, they'll be playing games, having good times. We have classes running right through the summer. We have summer camps as well every week during the summer, which is like 3 hours a day. The kids can really achieve a lot, make great friendships. And the most important thing as well, is that I think which has always been one of the themes of today's podcast, is that there's no minimum standard, right? Everybody can do this. If you've got a kid, they like running, jumping around, come in, try it out. Don't need to have a minimum standard of fitness at all. In fact, we almost encourage the opposite. Just come in and try it and see the fun and the development the kids can have.
I love it. All right, Keller community, this is your call to action. We are such a beautiful and vibrant community. Let's all support each other, get active, and make some friends along the way. Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of Talk of the Town, and thank you to all of my guests. We're going to end this on just what you love about Keller and how you found Keller, anything Keller, because we are such a unique, fun city. I love it. I can't believe that I didn't grow up in Keller.
Right?
I love everything about Keller, and I'm just so Team Keller. Yay, Fit
Same,
City.
right?
But let's start with
Yeah,
Marshall.
I love Keller. I'm fairly new to Keller. I've been here 3 years, 2018, 2019. One of my favorite things to do, and it's therapy to me, is just walking the dog. I got this small little track around my house, and it's beautiful.
Yes, and this is the time, Saturday
Oh my gosh,
morning.
yeah.
Saturday morning is the Keller Farmers Market. You can go get some
Yes.
shopping and you can get your bread and fruits and vegetables for the week and meet everybody that's walking their
Community.
dogs and kids and just being out. And I love the Keller Farmers Market. So shout out. That's really where I fell in love with the city of Keller, is that is just such a beautiful area. The Bear Creek Park. And it's like little turtles are swimming in the pond and the birds are chirping. And it's just so sweet. It's just very sweet. And I love it. And just meeting so many different families and just people that are out riding their bikes. And if you're wanting to see like the Keller community active, you're coming to the Keller Farmers Market every Saturday. It's amazing. All right, Marcus.
When I found Keller as a non-native, what I was most amazed about was the welcome we received, and just how helpful and encouraging and welcoming the community was. And we see it now as we've grown it for a year. We did a little competition, the first one, and I kind of thought, the parents might get a bit bored watching other kids perform. It was the opposite. Like, they're all cheering everybody on, just as much as their own kid, and just really sort of come together as a family. And I think that's really what strikes out to me.
I love it. Jessica?
Keller, what I love about Keller, everything. Keller Pointe. I mean, that's my favorite part of Keller. But
You're a little foodie.
I was
You're
gonna
always at a
say,
different food place.
I do like. Oh, I've been really big into the acai bowls recently. Nautical bowls just opened.
Haven't been there yet.
Delicious. Rush bowls, fabulous.
Gotta try.
We're juice junkies, huge fan. I love spending a lot of money on these little fruit bowls for some reason. It's become my daily lunch. I almost need a second job for this, but probably food. Food's a great thing. The Keller Pointe, of course. And then I'm part of the chamber. I feel like everything that I've been a part of in Keller has just been phenomenal. Just great. Everybody's really receptive to you, and like you said, helpful, encouraging, and just so much fun. Keller's
Thank you guys so much for coming in today. All right, we're going to post all of their links in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. We got the Ninja Challenge, we got Keller Pointe, and we got RockBox. We'll see you guys next time with Talk of the Town. See you guys. Bye.
What are you waiting for?
Get to the point.
This show is brought to you by Real News Communications Network, your digital destination for video podcasts, produced by media and podcast experts. Podcasting at the speed of news, powered by Real News PR. Visit realnewscn.com for our podcast show library and launchashow.com to do just that, launch a show.
Thank you.